Is hurricane season over? No. But we are close to the end. 6 weeks to go from October 15th. End of the season is November 30th. And notice activity does start to wane after this point. Historically speaking, in the Gulf, this is the map of every storm that we've seen after October 15th in the last 175 years. A big cluster there on the right-hand side of the screen. But for us in the Western Gulf and the Texas coast, we've only had 3 storms landfall in the last 175 years, the most recent of which 36 years ago today. Now, the reason why we have such a cluster in the Eastern Gulf is because typically this is the hotspot for tropical development as we get into October. Now, why is that? Why don't we see anything in the Western Gulf? Because during the month of October, we start to get cold fronts. And these cold fronts tend to scoop up storms coming in from the Caribbean, and they scoop them out to sea. And it makes U.S. landfalls, especially ones in the Western Gulf, much, much, much more unlikely as we get deeper into the fall months. Now, looking ahead to this year, there is the potential for some development by the end of the month in the Caribbean. In fact, one of our computer models tries to develop a system in the Western Caribbean by the end of next week. So, while it is unlikely to see a system develop and make landfall in the Western Gulf, it could happen, and it is something we'll have to keep an eye on for the next few weeks.